Good afternoon, and welcome once again to IPOB Truth Bearers. And this is BIAFRA TV, Treasury of Excellent Knowledge, the channel, the platform from where we usher the ultimate, the very strong truth to Biafrans and to the world. The truth, the quality of truth that people are afraid of speaking. Some people speak sentimental truth, some speak political truth, some speak fraudulent business truth. There are different kinds of truth that people speak. But rarely people speak the integrity truth, the truth with integrity, the truth that has no compromise in it. And that is the quality of truth we speak in this platform. That makes us the IPOB Truth Bearers. Today we have come once again to do the needful, to feed your mind, to conscientize you more and more, conscientizing the Biafrans, and by extension conscientizing the Africans and humanity from all over nook and crannies of the globe. So as you know, people trade their lives, they trade deceitful ideology, they trade the deceitful political system. What they call democracy is a corruption in the real sense. But here we come to guide you, to be pinpointing the effect, the duplicity, the fraud that are contained in what people give to our people, which have enslaved our people mentally for centuries. But this time around, God has chosen some of us, we as the IPOB Truth Bearers and some others, to be the liberators of our people psychologically, otherwise, socially, speaking against the evil of the politics with which all of us are, speaking against the globalization of the mafians, trying to globalize everything and hijack the world for their selfish interest, using our own people, using the Biafran politicians, using the Biafran traditional leaders, using the Biafran fraudulent religious leaders, and all of that fraudulent religious leaders. I am not trying to say that there are no genuine people anymore. No, there are the genuine people everywhere. But the problem is that the genuine people have been made powerless. Powers have been hijacked by agents of Satan and be given to the fraudsters, given to the occultists, given to the saboteurs, given to the political and trade mafias from all over the world, starting from Biafra land. This is what we are saying. The Bible says that righteousness exalts a nation, and saying it's a reproach that when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice. But the wicked, when the wicked take rule, the people mourn and they go into hiding. So the wicked taking over the rule is what we are experiencing this time around. And the people mourn. Many go into hiding. Many of us cannot freely move anyhow, both in the Biafra land, both in the diaspora, or traveling the way we are supposed to be traveling. All because the wicked are in authority. All because rather than them changing from their evil to good, they will begin to haunt the life of those who oppose them, rebuking them, exposing their evil, and conscientizing the people, educating the people for them to come to the knowledge and the acknowledgement of the truth and reality, which will be the platform for universal liberation of the people, religiously, politically, socially, otherwise, traditionally, in whichever way. The truth and reality, they are the basic platform for us to be liberated. So we are here continuing the liberation movement from this wonderful platform of IPOB Truth Bearers, which we cannot stop since we have started it, because Satan and his cohorts, in the guise of politicians, they cannot stop. For the fact they cannot stop their evil, we cannot stop, because when we stop, they will keep on hijacking the system. So let me pause it here for now. I am the serviceable servant, as you know, Evangelist Imakawo, who hails from Ohafia, and I domicile in the city of Valencia, Spain, from where I am echoing my voice to the Biafrans and to the world. So remain blessed as I pass the microphone to my sister comrade, Mama Patricia, an honorable woman in this very platform and in Biafra land at large. So the posterity will always remember her memory. There are millions of her age mates and in different level who cannot do what she does. So we owe her that accolade. Mama Patricia, over to you. Take up the microphone.
Thank you, Collins, and Mazi, you're welcome. God bless you. Yeah, once again, we are here this faithful day, Sunday, and we thank God for the life that He has given us, the opportunity to come again to your doorpost, Biafrans, wherever you are, to hear our voice. Get ready, share this program. Let those who have not heard it hear us. We are here because we have taken an oath. And what is that oath? To stand with the truth, with Mazen Nambikano, the servant of God, the prophet of God, who has given us that gospel of redemption, which we took, and it has done us well, and which we have got it. It's a very precious, costly gift from God. And we have vowed not to give it away, not to trade with it. It's more than life itself. It's more than wealth that the world, including the biologicals, are killing, maiming, destroying everyone just to get the wealth. But we have gotten what is more than wealth, more than life. That is our freedom, which Mazen Nambikano came to introduce to the whole African race, black race. He was sent just like God sent Jesus, just like God normally sent his prophets everywhere in the world at each generation to come and open the eyes of the blind, the deaf ears, and give them the right way to live and prosper. That is what Mazi did. And thank God he did it in our time. Thank God I and my colleagues here and those of us, every other platform, went forward with him, and we're still holding on, declaring this gospel of redemption, the total freedom and restoration of Biafra, which the British government and their allies, including their son, whether we call it son or daughter, child, Nigeria, they cannot stop this, the redemption of Biafra. Because once the time of God comes to liberate any country or any people, any race, once it has been written, it is written. You cannot change it. It doesn't matter how the demons in the hell come out to fight against it. It doesn't matter how they prolong it. It doesn't matter how they deny it. At the end, just like you sow a seed, and somehow that seed is forgotten. You even may have forgotten the particular place you put the seed on the ground, but all of a sudden it comes up, reminding you that God is the author and creator of everything. So Biafra came at the time God sent Mazi. We almost had him saying it. He didn't come on his own. God told him, come, like I sent Moses. The same way I'm going to send you, because he is the God of yesterday, today, and forever. God has sent Mazi, and when Mazi came, he declared the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That is the truth we are standing here. You cannot dilute this truth. This truth means Biafrans are people of God. Biafrans are the first nation of democracy known in the world. And Biafrans were subjugated by the British government, the terrorist supporters and creators. But today, they can no more do it anymore, because every hidden thing has come on board. Up till this time, our leader is being held when he is innocent. He has come, as he said, when they told him, if you're serious, come down to Nigeria. He came. And they told him again, if you don't take your time, we will do this. He continued what he was saying, like the disciples. When they called the disciples, they told them, we don't want to hear about this Jesus you're preaching. And Peter and the rest told them, watch it. If it is better for us to do what God commanded us or to do what people want. That's what Mazi did. Mazi continued until finally they kidnapped him and renditioned him and put him in prison, thinking they would hold and bury the truth. But the truth has brought out in several ways. The children of the truth, like light, are bursting out, and the darkness cannot withhold the rate of the force that this truth will collapse every evil on the way, including the DOS, including those bought souls of the devil, which Mazi said at the last 2 weeks before they kidnapped him, that many of you will be bought over. But being bought over will not stop what God has ordained to be. And that is the freedom of Biafra for the true Biafrans. So Biafrans were here to continue the gospel of this redemption, the gospel of this total restoration and freedom of Biafran people. So anyone that is putting himself on the way, like Fanyuba, like the Fulani bishop, and the rest of them, none of you people will get any headway. You are all heading straight to hell because God has mandated Mazi for this mission. And this project, like every other his prophecies, has come to pass. This will not be the last that will not come. So Biafra, my name is Patricia, and I'm from Anambra. Anambra is in Biafra land. In fact, the first son. And we have come to redeem and restore our land. None of these Efulefus, Janjaweed, vagabonds, infidels will get an inch of our land. Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Really good. Veteran, over to you.
Please, what's the name of that that bishop, or the so-called bishop?
Bishop?
I don't know whether, Collins, you were able to get the name. I think I sent the name, the clip where the name was mentioned. Anyway,
I didn't look at it.
Yeah, she just sent the video, but I have not played it. So, and I don't know the bishop they are talking about. So, however, you can forge ahead. Later on, we'll look for it.
Yeah, because I love to call him by his name. However, wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom, I welcome you to this memorable platform. This day for another Sunday school. This is what we have come to do, and this is what we shall continue to do until Biafra is restored, until Mazi Nnamdi Ukwu Kanu is free with all the necessary particulars to lead us to this wonderful nation of God. We want to thank Chukwu Gabiama for all he has been doing for us, for all that he is to us. Thank you. And the Biafrans, I want to encourage all of us to stand firm and stand fast. If you remember what Jesus told his disciples when they asked him, what shall be the sign of the end time? And he answered them and told them, when you see such and such and such and such happening, then know it that the hour is come. And on that note, I am also reminding Biafrans, with what is playing out, with all that is happening, know it that Biafra is at the door. The only thing we are asking you and begging you to do, you, the true Biafrans, because it is not all who open their mouth and say they belong, truly belong. Just like you can see, and all them of the South, what you call it, South Africa. You can see for yourselves who is who. You don't need to. Only telling you, please, like that madman, his brother, dead brother lying in state, to look up forward, illegal. Do not look to the right nor to the left, but look up straight where you are. Because when you look right to the right or to the left, you notice that but he advised the brother, look up straight so that you may get the promises of God, so that the light of God may shine upon you. Just like God told Joshua, look neither to the right nor to the left, but focus on this mission. So, dear friends, we are praying you to focus on this mission of freedom, this mission of liberation, this mission that the servant of the Most High God has been and is continuously directing. Stand firm, stand fast. For Biafra is at hand. Put yourself in the place of that hero. He is a Nnamdi Okukano is a world hero. And no person, no man on earth can dispute it. My sister said, in the last days of his revelation, he made it clear that many of us will betray him. Many of us will go for money. Many will go for fame. Many will go for power. But that will not stop this glorious movement and the time. So the South African whatever, and all of them members of the defunct DOS, you can see that they are the ones this servant of God was talking about. Taking money, looking for fame, destroying the structure which this man has laid. But unfortunately, Mazinamdi told them that they cannot destroy this structure. I want to thank him so much wherever he is. and want to assure him that our spirit is with him there in the dungeon. We want to thank Mazi Simon Ekpa for holding firm. No one is perfect. Ndisi na haga arungu hunga Simon Ekpa wetere Biafra. Chineke gabu hono. They will die seeing Biafra. You have kidnapped and renditioned our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you thought everything would be over. Unfortunately, God sent another, more fierce, Simon Ekpa, and you also want to do the same. And Jesus asked them, how many of the prophets have your fathers killed? You still want to come and kill this young man? Even you, the bishop, so-called bishop, a pagan ritualist, talking about Simon Ekpa and asking, where is your own fund coming from? Well, Biafra, let us not go too far yet. We are only pleading with you to stand on the right path. For narrow is the way that leads to the truth. We are the truth bearers. And there is no two truths, it is only one truth. The liberation of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the restoration of Biafra, as well as Biafra bringing in, liberating all those that need to be liberated. Thank you, Biafra, as you listen to us. Please key in, hit the like button, join us, give us your own views and your own contribution. We will be very glad to hear you ask questions and your contribution. Thank you. My name is Silas Onom. I hail from Umuleke in Amibo, in the old province of Olo in Biafra land. Thank you very much and God bless you all.
God bless you, really good. God bless you, really good veteran. That's a very wonderful one. Let us pray, dear friends, and the world at large.
My Lord and my God, we must pray because I have preaching to do. If you don't have data, go and buy data. Borrow money from people this night to buy data because we are going to preach as we have been mandated by heaven to do. And there is nothing anybody can do to stop us. All platforms are go. I don't even know how I'm going to preach this gospel tonight because it is too deep, way too deep, I assure you. Let us begin with a very simple prayer. Jehovah, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai. Oboso dia na kangesi we jare manna kimeligwe. Oso dia na kangesi we bokwa ansori. Nibe mo de sioku. Kameso ma we baso mo na nke brede ngosi. Kije iwe protana no so go Biafra na kimeligwe. Oboso dia na kangesi we feri. Ni no bo na ne bu Chineke. Ina mano pa ho. Ini kereka na kwisi ala nye. Mmụọ na mmadụ na-asọpụrụ ya. Lee na kpakpando n'igwe, lekwa anyanwụ, lekwa ọnwa, the Ngozi. Abanians in them. Annual one, your Bomo Biafra. Landing one when I'm matching on one in the way back on up, but he could do something. You didn't know. You will find a loss of Biafra and you may leave. You will not put on when all Punke look at and everything anywhere. You will see not caught a terrible Fulani and was got there. He's not banana you put over mother. I know you book me can you make a bread and gossip. Opposite Namarae, Nepere. And you were now your Eki way so Potanian and Keber. Naka join him. Kiwe Yan is in Rotama Minga. Organize on Anya Mekota one in a one man. Careful, West in people way, yes. Come on, you were the Bendigo. This is not an and you will not be selling and you will not jagger my way near to it. Now, so make the liver Makelo and I'm over the career. When you do move when I go to house and clean. Oh, no, banana, have a big Ekele, Ututo, Nusopro, Ejama, Glissos, and sorry, ever going also. Who got my room when he became a dog, he said,
Amen.
He said, so much. Hey, I'm sure you have your pen and your paper ready, all of you, all over the I want you to take out time. I'll read it very slowly. Write it down. Or you can ask one of you to be Googling it and some of you are listening. Go and do it. It was published by Premium Times a few days ago. Chinese doctors, not really our guests. This is a whole health minister. I want to prove to people how low the Fulani have debased government and governance. I want to let the world understand the psychological, the disaster that Fulani is in terms of governance. Google this. Chinese doctors, not really our guests. This is from a man who should know the health minister. But before that, they voted money. Chinese doctors working in associations according to Lai Mohammed. Two different versions from two ministers working in the same government. Can you believe that? That's why it says so. No wonder. Do you know Amazon? Some of you maybe don't know. Do you know Amazon? The online retailer. This is for the magic that says, your online president. I want to teach them something they don't know. Do you know Airbnb? No, let's use Amazon. Now listen carefully, please. Nigerians, those who are proud, we are proud of Nigeria. I want to prove to you tonight how useless and idiotic you are. I said, I want to tell you that a dog is better than a Nigerian. I don't think such a dog. Maybe a pig. You Nigerians are a joke. You people are a joke because your thinking faculties are blocked. As you go through that, your NYSCU service, they give you an imaginary commandant and trainers in your camp. You become even more useless than the day you now listen to this. Do you know Amazon? You know the people you import, you order from online. Amazon, in the first quarter of 2020, in the first only 3 months of 2020, they made their revenue, their turnover was only 3 months. 3 months, so a company that is online company, only for 3 months. Their turnover was 75.5 billion US dollars. 75.5 billion US dollars. That is more than the entire budget of Nigeria. Turnover of an online business. Online. One company. one tiny company online is more than the entire budget of Nigeria for 3 months. You know, your budget is for 1 year. Everybody is working on $2 to go on business. This tiny company, Amazon, online, without any defined office or anything that they manufacture, their turnover for 3 months is more than the entire budget of the zoo, Nigeria. And you're a proud Nigerian. People should go to Amazon and worship them. Because you people are useless Nigerians. You make me sick. You're so daft. It's untrue. So daft is untrue. You're a disgrace to humanity. A disgrace. That is why they steal. Every time he's stealing, Fulani will steal and loot, nobody will talk. You know what people will be there looking? Sheepishly. If he's an Igbo man, I'll let him did this. They also can't do this. Only 70 did this. They said they have spent 121.8 million on, what is it, billion on COVID-19 school feeding program. Only in Abuja. Only in Abuja. Who is in charge? Fulani woman. Where is all the money? It's gone. Who did you feed? No, they can't give you a list. Yoruba, as a journalist, why don't you ask the minister responsible? Where can you give us a list of those you fed? No, there is no one. But in every other country of the world, if you go and claim unemployment, they will tell you how many people applied for benefits. But in this zoo, there is none. And they voted so much money for the IT. That is the zoo for you. Will it touch you? Stealing is no longer news, is it? Now when people reading this news, are you affected in any way? Did it touch you? Of course not. It's not news. It's not news. In all of this nonsense, the person that rigged the dead Buhari into power is Obama, isn't it? With imagine the kids voting in Ghana. They claim the idiot in Asorok, Aisha Buhari's lover, with the face mask, is Buhari, her husband. Yes. That's what they said, yeah. Can some of you remember only 2 weeks ago? You already forgotten. They said, hey, Buhari appointed the COVID-19 chieftain for ECOWAS. Have you forgotten? Buhari appointed ECOWAS overall commander for COVID-19 a few weeks ago. What is happening now? As I told them, I have tried him both hands and legs. He said that he can't come out. He can't speak. We did it. In fact, Elohim did. Elohim did. And they tell you, tie him both hands and legs. You know what's happening now? Please, the channel has sent that video to Amaka to post for me, please, on my page. The clown of wearing a mask. Aisha Buhari's lover. That is her lover. They said they are appointed the COVID-19 coordinator of ECOWAS. Response to ECOWAS. Do you know what happened yesterday? Let me tell you a story. Do you know that African heads of states of the regions in Africa, they had a meeting on Zoom, a highly technological meeting? Do you know who did not attend that meeting? Oh no, I'm sure you know. Do you know who did not attend? That every day they give us picture. Oh, Buhari was attending this and that on video conference. Do you know that African heads of states, they did a teleconference yesterday on Zoom, or they were all there? Do you know who was missing? Do you know who was missing? Our dear mask-wearing lover to Aisha. Aisha brought in her boyfriend, gave him a mask. He doesn't sound like Buhari. Jubril, that they were failing to sound like Buhari, is dead. That is why you no longer see them. That is why he no longer speaks. You see what this IPOB did, and some idiots have the temerity to doubt our potency. Some fools are busy gossiping when we have destroyed an entire government with nothing. With nothing, we have destroyed this. All they're doing is, I have constitution, 1998 constitution, I have it here, they want to see it. But meanwhile, Namdekano is a thief, he's a criminal. That same Namdekano has made it impossible for Asorok to function. That same Namdekano has tied the zoo that whoever they call their president cannot speak in public. There is a man you are accusing of being a criminal. Has done something that all your pastors put together cannot do. Your pastors are stealing from you, you cannot see them. Do you see what envy can do to people? Do you see what money from the janja weed can do to people? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There was a meeting, there was a meeting. Because I need to sound like Hebrew for the world to understand. There was a meeting. All the heads of states in Africa, all of them, they gathered to have a meeting. Surprise, surprise, the one they claim is from Nigeria, they cannot connect him. He cannot speak. He was not there to be found. Maybe because he was running out of the bedroom with Aisha and struggling to put on his mask. He couldn't. Now you understand it. Channels are distributing video, let them see it. There was no Buhari because Buhari is dead in Saudi Arabia. No Jubril because Jubril is gone in Cuba. There is a boy, Aisha's lover. They gave him the mask to be wearing for them. On a child, a homeboy, all manicured, his nails, manicured, eating Nigeria's money. And the night he will go to bed with the first lady. All on your money. Now they told him to come and address Cyril Ramaphosa. Come and address the president of Ghana. Come and address the Rwandan president. He was nowhere to be found. But he is the COVID commander for West Africa. And as I told you, it's something they buy. They give money to ECOWAS and they write something for them. And that's it. These are the idiots running your country. You're Nigeria. You're proud of. John Momo, you claim you went to school. John Momo, these are the idiots you're supporting. John Yoruba, these are the idiots you're supporting. Upon all your school you went, all the sophistry, all the, all the Harvard and Cambridge and Princeton. You serious, buddy? They called a meeting of African heads of state. It's there. There was nobody because Jubril is gone. Jubril is dead. As I told you, go back to my old broadcast. I told you the clown inside there cannot speak. He can speak. Has it not happened now? Also, I said, that is a scammer. He's a scammer.
Okay, we are good to go. Mama Patricia, be preparing. Nigerian students or Nigerian graduates become more foolish after their graduation. They become more foolish after their graduation. And this is because their thinking faculties are blocked. Nigerian students become more foolish. And the core reason is that their thinking faculties have been blocked. So the central point Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is presenting here is that there are differences between going to school to study and having reasoning capability. That is, in simple sense, common sense is different from academic education. You know, people go to school to acquire knowledge, educational knowledge, academically, technologically, and otherwise. But we don't have to suspend our brain. So, and to these people, according to the so-called Nigerian concept, they come to believe that The wisest people or the most intelligent people are the educated ones, those who underwent school, and that intelligence is dependent on how the academic degree of each person. Because I have encountered many experiences, there are things that I do and there are things that I say in the public. And also, there are some teachings that I have made that are not common. And I see some people trying to refute those teachings because they don't have it first. Secondarily, they cannot teach it. And the third, they believe that my kind of person cannot teach that kind of a thing because I am not supposed to have the knowledge according to them. And what is their reason? Their reason is that I am not a master degree holder. I'm just telling you from my personal experience. Many other people have been treating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu likewise. But it is obvious that IPOB, we the IPOB, have been educating even the African leaders. We have been educating the Nigerian politicians. We have, even though they disagree with us, but we have keeping on to educating them. So, Mama Patricia, I want you to begin to pinpoint the differences and the powers of intelligence, natural intelligence, which is natural wisdom, and common sense, right thinking, differentiate it from academic knowledge and the qualification. Also talk about the negative effects of the Nigerian graduates becoming more foolish and more useless than they were before entering the school. Then talk about how the educational system of Nigeria have been disastrous to our people. Take over the microphone.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
God bless you, really good.
Coming to, let me just go straight to this question in a jiffy. As Master have always taught us, he told us that whenever we gather at our radio station, then Radio BIAFRA, that's where knowledge is impacted to us. That's our own university. And I even remember there was a time he said that all of us that went to school, when Biafra comes, I think even the university holders, certificate holders and all that, will have to go back to school. But before then, we have been learning a lot from his mouth, because God endowed him with every wisdom. He was the one teaching the lawyers, I mean, the zoo lawyers, what they should know about law, human law and all that, civil law and so on and so forth. He was teaching them. There's no set group that he wasn't impacting knowledge. Even to the agriculturists, he will tell them how to, what they should produce, the carpenters and all that. So, to conclude what he normally says, he said, we, the Biafrans, are the people that God, our mothers, gave birth to us. In giving birth to us, they gave birth to engineers, to doctors, to carpenters, to constructors, and all that from heaven, because that's God's gift to mankind, as it was in the olden days. Now, comparing it to what we see now in Nigeria, we know already that there is no school going on in Nigeria, because the British fake system to that entity, to that contraption, didn't in any way mean good for those African nations or black race. They have already mapped out what they should know and what they should not know, the limit that they should arrive to. I remember one man saying sometime, why is it that the Bible is being translated in different languages? That one I can lay 3 books. What is God's making? so that every flesh, everything that breathes will hear the gospel. So God made it simple because salvation is simple. But all the same, coming to what we are discussing, it is translated in different languages of the world. One Bible or gospel to every language so that everybody will know the same thing. But coming to technology, science, and all that, you cannot see any of them being translated in any of the African languages because they never wanted the black man to know anything. They blocked what they should know. They have stipulated the limit of knowledge that they will have. And in fact, I think they closed every knowledge of science or agriculture or technology or whatever. They buried it and then they opened up the church fake business for them and plastered their brain. The little one they asked them to know, they remove history from school so that we don't know from where we came and where we are going and what is happening to us. But the little one that they even allowed them to know, that is the one that they will even go. The teachers are not paid as to teach them well. That is the one they will go 1 week in school, 6 weeks at home. 1 year in school, 10 years at home. Or even that one that they will go, they have to buy it, either with money or through occult system, just like our veteran was explaining the other day. Or with bottom power, like our veteran was saying. If you give yourself to the teacher, then they give you a pass mark, and tomorrow the person comes out, I'm a university graduate, and can't express himself or herself, and can't even teach another what he said he have learned. Now we say we have engineers. Mazi was asking sometime, you are an engineer and you cannot construct an aeroplane. You cannot construct a naval ship. You cannot construct nothing. So what kind of engineer did you go to school to study? While in Europe here, not just they teach them everything, but they go on practical. You see them building what they learned in school. The other day I saw in Chinese school, children of elementary, or if not lesser than that, they were being trained how to use gun to defend themselves. They put out the gun on the table for them. They will fix everything, just like the Fulanis. Fulanis that start from birth. This is what education should be. You teach, you bring them to practical ground where they will learn what you have taught them and produce. But in Africa, the black race, none of that thing is existing. No. You only see them go to school one time and the next they are at home for longer years. And the few that they will attend, the lecturers will make use of them. The occults will make use of them with the money that they will pay. And tomorrow they come out, ask them what's the capital of the state you're living. They don't know. That's not education and that's not school. So that means the more they go, the more stupid they become, just like Mazi said. So that is why Mazi wants us to have BIAFRA, so that everything will be redone. Every brain that has been damaged, Mazi will crack it and put revived brain to them to go back to school and learn the real education that will go with common sense. Thank you.
God bless you, really good. God bless you, really good. According to my own contribution to what you have said, then check it out as what you have just said. Our people are sent to school for them to go and learn lies and the deceptions without them knowing it. Examples. Previously, there is a river known as Omambala River. And that Omambra River is the ancient name of that river given to the same river by our ancestors, including our fathers. Then colonization came to change that Omambra River, renaming it to River Niger of the side of the Anambra State. The same colonization has triggered to the extent of a part of the Igbo land and the Biafra land being named Anambra State. And Anambra State is attributed to the river of that Omambra River. And this Anambra as a state, as a name of a state given to us, is not originally from our fathers. It is not connected to our history. It is not connected to our ancestry. Rather, it is connected to the rivers and the Mami water and the fishes and other aquatic animals in the rivers. And Mama Patricia, do you know that during my primary school and the secondary school education, I was being taught that the River Niger was discovered by Mungo Park, something like that. But that is not true. That is not true. That is not, it is not discovered by Mungo Park. That river had been there. Our ancestors came and met that river. They named it Omambala. Then after thousands of years, somebody from where I can never really tell came to discover what had been in existence, and they put it in our academic curriculum and began to teach us. You know, when we are talking about the graduates, we are also affected with it. It is not only the graduates, but the difference is that those graduates are the people who learn more and more of these lies. They learn lies universally, believing that lies are truth, and the truth is being denied of them. Then, do you think that we can really develop ourselves by we forming our own education from the realities of things? Do you think it is possible?
Of course, very much possible. There's no need to doubt that. That's why the world are afraid of Biafra coming. They know who Biafrans are. One of the activists in the, I think in America also, he's the one that testified, Wilson also. I don't know the name. Yeah. He said, we are the first people that had civilization in the whole world. Yes. We are the children of light. So there's no need to doubt what Biafra will be, because they said we don't want them because we don't know what another Japan will be. They know what we can. Even at this time that they are taking education away, taking everything away, deny the history. Yet you see our little children producing some kind of things that they show up in the media that baffles everybody.
Which the graduates cannot produce.
Now, once Biafra comes, they will now know what education and science and technology and all that, will know what it is. That's why they don't want us to come. Everybody will go back to school, even graduates. From class 1, we'll go and reverse everything, write everything, and we'll begin a new school. So that is it.
It is possible. This morning I was listening to a video before I left and went to church service. I was listening to a video, and that video is from South African president. He is talking about sideline the colonial education, and for Africans to establish our own education that will suit us and for us to begin to be productive. So it is possible. And this is part of the effect of the work of IPOB, awakenness. God bless you, really good, my Patricia. Veteran, Amazon online marketing company is richer than Nigerian government as a result of their turnover in 3 months. Their turnover in 3 months become bigger, greater than Nigerian budget in 1 year. Then from here, I began to grab the point that Nigerian government is non-productive, because this budget they are talking about they make it from the money they get from selling the raw material, which is mostly the crude oil. But Amazon is a productive company. They produce service, they produce online marketing to the people, and their returns in 3 months become greater than Nigerian budget. And so that means Amazon as an individual company is richer than the entirety of Nigeria upon the millions of people who should be producing. Then that means there is no productivity in the Nigerian system. What is it that Nigeria produce and give to the world apart from selling the crude oil and sharing the money? So, veteran, I am beginning to see that non-productivity is the greatest problem of Nigeria. Then you have to go deep into it, telling us how non-productivity have been affecting us negatively, economically, otherwise, and bringing poverty, that is, stabilized poverty in Nigeria, unemployment, touch on those areas. Fulani, I talk about also Fulani, IPOB and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has stopped the Aisha boyfriend shenanigan in Aso Rock. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also talk about how this Aisha's boyfriend did not attend a technology summit by the African leaders because he is not original, because he is an impostor, and because he is not the real Buhari, which means he is not acknowledged. Veteran, take over the microphone and talk about this.
Thank you very much, Carlo.
God bless you, really good.
Thank you. Thank you, fellow Biafrans who have devoted their time to listen to us. Please come and listen. Come, let us share. Come, let us reason together. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in no way trying to deride Biafran graduates. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it very clear that there is a difference between going to the university and being a wise man, a productive man, a man that performs. Our orientation was completely damaged by the colonial masters who came to give us an education that suits their purpose. They came to give us an education that will fit into their investment, that is Nigeria. And this is why you have the chief clerk, you have the chief cook, you have the chief secretary, you have the chief gateman, chief security, and so on and so forth. This is the education they brought to us. It was a non-productive, non-performance education. And this is why when you are talking about Amazon and the zoo, there is a very great margin. Amazon does not produce anything. Amazon produces technical know-how of distributing the product of other investors. Amazon has no machine to produce soap or to produce computer. They then enter into productive contact with the manufacturers, and they have the network, the mechanism This is where they are experts. And this is why they can reach any part of the world with these products. No product produced under this earth is any longer hidden as far as Amazon is concerned. Just to call them and it will get to you. But Nigeria, the zoo is a dumping ground. A dumping ground where you have all thieves and criminals. The likes of Oba, the likes of, name them, Obi, the likes of the Fulanis. Have you ever seen a Fulani man who is an engineer? Have you ever seen a Fulani man who is truly a medical doctor?
No.
They are into robbery, looting. This is their type of education. So Britain came to give Nigeria the education of corruption, education of looting, education of hatred, education of derision. So this is why we cannot produce. And this is why every bogus arrangement for any bogus production has always met with failure. Because behind the failures are their colonial masters, Britain. They said it very clear and open. We will not allow this zoo to prosper. Why would we allow them to have a steel industry? Why would we allow them to have all sorts of investments that will make them, independent? So we don't want them independent. We want them to continue to rely on us, on our products, on our whatever. So there is no way you can get this education and you compete with the people that had the true education. You and I are here, and you have cited the example. Even from the nursery school, a child here knows how to put into practice whatever knowledge, whatever education is being given. This is why here you see private companies building ships, building aeroplanes, producing things you dare not to talk about. Most of these things are not governmental, establishments. They are private establishments. This is because when you graduate, you think about what you can give to your nation. Like Abraham Lincoln said, you think of what you can give and not what you can take. But in the British colonial state, they taught us what we can take. And this is why we have that slogan of the national cake. Let me go and take my share of the national cake. This is the only thing that is in our brain. This is the only thing that is in the brain of everyone going to the university. That one day I will come out and I'll go and take my national cake. Not producing, not keeping your nation alive. not being proud of your nation. Our leader said it. What? How can we be proud? With what? We have no reasoning faculty. We cannot reason. Our faculties do not function. And this is why the Yoruba flood media will continue to cover crime, evil, corruption. You talked about our leader talking about the dead Buhari and the boyfriend of Aisha being made the chairman of whatever in ECOWAS. Yet, when a meeting was called, he was nowhere to be found. Because he is simply a blockhead. The one that is brought there cannot stand and does not want to be properly exposed. Because if we went to that meeting, already our leader said he has tied him hands and feet. There is no way he can go there and come out free. There must be one or two presidents that will say, Enna, are you the one I used to know? How come it that you cannot perform again? What is the matter? What is wrong with you? So, he dealt with the zoo. He dealt with the zoo in a very decisive way. And this is why he is our hero. This is why he remains our hero. This is why he's going to come out from that dungeon with our nation. Thank God somebody like H.J. Creek. They Creek pig is already crying and asking his master to let Biafra go, to let the Igbos go. So already they have seen the handwriting on the wall that Onyendu, the servant of Elohim, is coming out with that parcel God gave to him, and that is the restoration of Biafra. There is nothing anyone can do about it. The educational system is so, we don't have graduates. Because we are only, like I was telling you, we are only interested in this national thing. This is why we continue to argue about the university you went through. I am from Unsuka. I am from Unilag. I am from there. Is that the important? Is it important where you study?
No.
It's not important. What is important is what can you do to show that you are somebody like that?
The product of the study.
Is it doctor? Where does it lead us to?
Theoretical and not practical.
I told you, my brother. Moral support of Okpogole. Hey, zoo. Zoo. And the people are there claiming that they are graduates, claiming that they are intelligent.
Proudly Nigerians.
Look at how the so-called Ohanese disgrace themselves. And they go about selling our pride, our heritage, our values. When I was growing up, it is difficult to see any average Igbo man putting on that red cap. It is a reserved cap. It is very rare to see any man putting his jago. These are reserved attire for people with dignity, with cultural value, with cultural heritage. People who have performed, who have excelled in truth. These are the people seen with these things. It is not so. It was not so. But today they have been bastardized because of our level of education. We call ourselves educated. But we cannot. We don't know our history. We sell our history. We destroy our history. Can any of these Ohanese go to the Westminster or wherever in the UK and pick up their value there? Can they ever dress him in their cultural heritage? But here, Popo Satura Satu came to Enugu. If you saw him on this Ishago and the red cap, hey, how are you, man? Aruneme telling themselves kobo. So this is our level of this is the kind of education we have. Senseless education, irrational education, corrupt education, lies, slavish education. This is all we have. Education without any merit. Education picked by the corner. Yet you call yourself, hey, I'm an illustrious son of Igbo land. You are never illustrious. You are rogues and criminals. You are corrupt and evil men. That is who you are. And you cannot intimidate Biafra. As many of you as have collected money, as many of you as have collected brand envelope, including the idiot bishop, who left his mission of preaching the gospel of God. What he went to the pulpit to preach is Simon Ekpa. What he went to preach is they are what is it? You know, that is what he went to preach. That Simon Ekpa is destroying their Nigeria. Look at the fool. If every other person did not know about what the Fulanis are doing to us, with that fool who call himself Doctor of Divinity, not to know. Because Ipa Yoba has given him some brown envelope to go to the pulpit and deceive our people. Well, that is where we are. And yet people are foolishly and stupidly following stupid people. When the scripture says How can the blind lead the blind? Is it possible? What will happen? What will be the consequence? All ye following these pastors and priests and bishops, is it not time you open your eyes and reason properly and know who is deceiving you and who is enslaving you? Biafran, it doesn't matter how many we are, even if it is 10, even if it is 5, let us wake up and fight the evil that has come to us. Thank you very much.
God bless you. God bless you. Really good veteran. That's a very wonderful one.
In the language the land understand. Definitely that I don't speak it perfectly, but I will try all my possible best to tell the things exactly what we are here for. Na soyan tota eta oleme somala set. Na oleme siata la somesa. Oleme biafra la set oleme ta la somesa. Ilmo ta somala set. Some vatio, some police, some armea. Mita only young tapatu. Now only young na on tia danuti. Mita only young tapatu. Nigerians, Olita, Osat, Yoga, Nimion, Biafra license, only young cruise mental settlement, Luvula, Viva, settlement mental Luvula. Only young Sota. Me ole sat me satanu ti yanugo Biafra license legally satanu ti yanugo Biafra license ya taba really BBC million BBC ya only me halwa nu baba ta me sta yanugo Nigeria sta me halwa ena all Biafrans, let's speak in the language the land understand. Definitely that I don't speak it perfectly, but I will try all my possible best to tell the things exactly what we are here for. Na soyan tota eta oleme somala set. Yes, we are Biafrans. We are fighting for our freedom. In the name of Chukwuabiama, we must conquer. We are Biafrans, fighting for our freedom. In the name of Chukwuabiama, we shall conquer. Yes, we are Biafrans. We are fighting for our freedom. In the name of Chukwuabiama, we must conquer. We are Biafrans, fighting for our freedom. In the name of Chukwuabiama, we shall conquer. Yes, we are Biafrans. We are fighting for our freedom. In the name of Chukwuabiama, we must conquer. We are Biafrans, fighting for our freedom. In the name of Chukwuabiama, we shall conquer. Yes, we are Biafrans. We are fighting for our freedom. In the name of Biafrans, we are not Nigerians. We are 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 Biafrans, we are not Nigerians.
So that is protest from the IPOB Political Solutionists. Protest in Finland against Simon Ekpa led IPOB. Oh, Mama Patricia is out. I don't know what had happened. So, veteran, let me continue with you at the moment until she comes back. So we'll get to that. Fulani psychological disaster in the government, in the Nigerian government system. Fulani psychological disaster. Fulani have been playing psychological game and have been using psychological attack, mental colonization against the rest of the people for age long without the awareness of the people until the time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came up and began to create awareness. And that is the reason a lot of us have joined him, and that awareness have really been created. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also said that himself and IPOB has stopped the shenanigan in Aso Rock. That is, he had made Aso Rock not to continue functioning. Yes, Aso Rock is still in existence, but they are no longer functioning in the sense that they do not have the absolute control over the people as they used to have. And the ignorance of the people is now limited. That the people are now waking up, even though there have been no march on the streets, but there is a revolutionary thinking from the people against the Nigerian government, and this is a product of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. So these are the things we are going to talk about. We are going to talk about it. We are going to talk about the psychological damages the Fulanis have been committing, making people to believe that they are slaves to the Britain, to the Fulanis, and the rest of the people. That is what we are going to talk about. So, may God judge the looting professional Nigerian politicians. Nigerian politicians have looting as their professions. They do not produce. They do not produce manufacturers. They do not produce industrialists. They do not produce world-class academicians. They do not produce nothing. Nothing. What does Nigerian government sponsor to be produced in Nigeria? Is it the shirt we wear? Is it cars or aeroplane? But their occupation, their professionalism as politicians is looting. Is looting. Is that the way forward? Veteran, take over the microphone.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
I continue to say that it is very sad that our people do not want to learn. We want to remain blind, and we want to remain slaves. And this is why it is working for the Fulani. This is why they are using all these psychological weapons to fight our mental attitudes. They made us understand with the help of Britain, with the help of their supervisors, because I will continue to blame everything the Fulanis are doing on that pit of hell. Britain, who never wants that zoo to prosper, because they will lose immensely if the zoo prospers. And so they opted for the very foolish thing in that zoo to continue reaping and enjoying the zoo. And like you rightly say, every other one in every other part of the zoo, including Biafra. So it only as a challenge, like I said before, to go and get their national cake. Because Nigeria, our eternal leader, made it very clear to us, it's not a nation. Can never be a nation and will never be one. Our Supreme Leader, Martin Nandekano, in the same vein, made it clear to us that Nigeria is only an investment, it's not a nation. And this is the why of this mentality of sharing, of looting, of stealing as much as they can. And this is why many have opted to be politics. If you go to the universities in the zoo, the numbers studying politics and economics are more than any other one. This is why all of them put together, who have embraced politics, have embraced politics because of their belly, not because of what politics is. Politics is not looting. Politics is meant to be corruption now because of people who go into it. And we are continuously in that country hypnotized. We stupidly are made to look at what we can gather, not what we can give, not what we can produce. Like I said before, Abraham Lincoln told the Americans, do not think of what you will lose, what you will gather, what you will steal, but what you can give to this your country to make it proud. Ours is the reverse. This is why over here where we are, they look at us as very strange people because we reason on the contrary. This is why all of us are escaping from our motherland, the fatherland. We prefer dying in the desert and in the sea than staying there and daring these politicians. They look at us as very strange people. We reason on the contrary. We have no right reasoning. We have no right thinking. Yet when we come here, we are into another form of slavery because we are never free and cannot be free in another man's land. We are always censored. Eyes are upon us, no matter who you think you are, no matter how many citizenship you think you have, you are still a slave. You also unhappy men, unhappy. So the sooner we know this, the better for us. Our leader have told us this. Our eternal leader have told us this. This is why we are not moving forward. And this is why we need our own nation, so that we can reverse this thinking. Like our leader said, there has to be a reorientation. A reorientation, we have to know our history. We have to know where we belong, how we belong, and what we can produce, so that we can be also a pride to ourselves and to our nation. What do you think about it, dear friends? Is that not a better way? Shall we continue this slavery? Our leader is in the dungeon, and we are there with him because he is a God sent, and we are lovers of freedom, and we know that he loves us. None of these politicians have this attitude. This is why they prefer corruption, they prefer ritualism, they prefer occultism, they prefer all sorts of evil. They buy them from Britain. And the Fulani is banking on all this to continue perpetrating their wickedness upon us. Just imagine how they could, an idiot called, what is his name? The chief terrorist, now in government, now a Chachima. Who did they call Uba? Had to sign a signature to stop the working mechanism which our leader instituted. Sit at home. Sit at home. If I am sitting in my home, how does it concern you? If it is hurting you, then do that which the sit at home is calling for. Sit at home is calling for the liberation, the freedom of a man who did nothing, who committed no crime, no known crime anywhere in the world, and you have still kept him there. And his people are saying, we don't want it. Give us our brother, give us our father, give us our son, give us our leader back, because he has done anything. We've not asked you for war, but you give us, restore what you have stolen from us, so that we can go our own way. You hate us, you don't want us, we are not one with you. And this is why you said in your country, in Lagos or any part of Nigeria, if a Yoruba man buys a land in Lagos or in the West for 5,000, another man will buy it for 10,000, and an Igbo man will buy it for 1 million. The world, are you hearing us? How is this one? How is it one? How is it one? Where in this world is such a thing done? Where is it hard? And people are still working for them. If you buy is still working for this idiot. The so-called stupid bishop, a criminal who is living on offerings of people, who is living on exploitation of the widows. Coming to attack Simon Ekpa, claiming he is one Nigeria, and idiotic bishop. He calls himself a bishop, a Roman ritualist, a pagan, in cross and might. They can only be useful. They can only make themselves known in that crooked umbrella. Come to Rome and talk. Let the boys who were ordained yesterday show you where to sit down. You can only claim to be relevant. in the zoo. And you're not ashamed of yourself to leave your place to come and talk about what does not concern you. And you go preach politics in your church on the pulpit. You are supposed to preach to Christ and Christ alone. Leave the dead to bury the dead. Fool. That is what you call yourself. You are people if you will bishop. Sometimes people will not allow you into their church, and you still claim you are relevant. You are attacking IPOB. You are attacking Nnamdi Kanu's IPOB under the spokesmanship of Simon Ekpa. This is what you are doing. Bishop, you have not spoken up for your son that is unjustly in the custody. For your son, or your brother that has been discharged and acquitted from the Supreme Court, and he's still being held there. You are attacking Simon Ekpa and sit at home. And here are the so-called people who call themselves IPOB,
political solutionists.
Political idiots, solutionists. You are carrying your protest only to Finland. Can you see how you are betraying yourself? Rather than fight your enemy, you have come to Finland to fight Simon Ekpa. That he is saying that what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for must stand. We must get Biafra. And you are there to deceive yourself. We are fighting for Biafra. Which Biafra are you fighting for? How many of you are there? To the extent that the person that led you there told the photographer, bring the photograph this way, take it this way, so that it will look as if we are at least 50, because you are not up to 20 there. Fools! Fools! How does the world look at you? For over 2 years, what have you done to restore Biafra? What have you done to release Nnamdi Kanu? You sold him, renditioned him, and want him to be forgotten. And you still have the courage to go about to deceive people that you are working for Biafra. Biafra will come and we will see you. As many of you as are into this stupidity, as many of you that Nnamdi Kanu already prophesied that this is what you will do, that you will sell this movement. Chike doziem, China Saworu. Before you are fighting your brother who is doing the right thing. Rather than join him and get Biafra, you are fighting him and leaving Nigeria because corrupt criminals. Go ahead and protest in Finland. Go ahead and sell Simon Ekpa. He sold the Nnamdi Kanu. But this time, it will not work for you. You will all die in doing it. Simon Simon Ekpa, be assured that nothing will happen to you. You are going to pass Nnamdi Kanu out, and Biafra will be restored. You will get your crown. We are sure with that. You are running the good race, and we are behind you. We are beside you. We will get Biafra, and we will all celebrate. Thank you very much. This is
God bless you. Really good. God bless you. God bless you, veteran. That's another wonderful one. Mama Patricia. He said, may God, okay. He said, shame on the North for jettisoning education because for jettisoning education. Shame on the North for jettisoning education. Mama Patricia, she's not available. I don't know what has gone wrong with her system for today. Neither on the background is she available. Okay. The Fulani is veteran, be ready. I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Just give me three minutes. The Fulani is jettisoning education. They call education corruption. Western education they call corruption. Yes, we know that in Africa we have colonial education. However, even in the colonial education, at least a lot of us have learned how to express ourselves, if not for any other reason, and we can communicate. We can communicate. Then furthermore, the education creating an avenue for many people to look for what they really need that are not available in our domain. As a reason, a lot of us began to travel. And from this travel, a lot of the Biafrans have begun to acquire education, including the Biafrans, the Oduduans who are born in diaspora, brought up in diaspora and educated in diaspora with the same education the colonialists gave to their children. They come to acquire such an education. Irrespective of whatever, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is focusing on the sense of the Fulanis have no other business and they do not produce anything and they have no vision for any other thing apart from the hijack of political power. This is the emphasis. Like you, like myself, we are not politicians. We are not interested in hijacking the power. The only reason we are talking about it is because of the oppression it has meted on us, and the oppression awaiting our children and our forthcoming generations. That is the reason we are speaking and fighting against the Nigerian slavery politics. It is not about us hijacking the political power. Even rather, we are talking about us going on our own way as Biafrans. But however, the education system have also contributed to our travel. But without the politics, we survive on our own. This is another point Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is making. You are not a politician, I am not a politician, and it must not be on the Nigerian politics that I must thrive. That is the concept of the Fulanis, and that is the reason they can do everything, even if it warrant wiping away the rest of the people from the territory known as Nigeria. They will do it to ensure that they grab the power and grab it forever. That is the reason they are projecting for the Fulanization. It is not about industrialization, and the causes of all those things is incivility, because they are not educated. Even they pay their loyalty to the Arab and to the Britain, yet those people do not really educate them. So they are so myopic, they are daft, that they cannot see beyond their Islamization and the politics. Then veteran talk more on how this Fulani daftness and their lack of education have been great contributors to all of the problems going on in Nigeria and has contributed to the seizure of the Biafra liberation, reseparation of Biafra from Nigeria.
Thank you very much. It is very lamentable. As I always say, how Britain Nakro because Britain has a willing tool to continue to harness our values, our wealth, and because they, the Fulani, have seen that they have a share, they are ready to do whatever they are told to do. They are not interested in building a nation, and that is why that place cannot be a nation. It can never be, because their interest is something else. Their interest is the Islamization of that place. Their interest is simply sucking that place dry, because I don't want to call it a nation. I don't want to call it anything Nigeria. You can see an average Fulani is not interested in education. They call it Western education, of course. And this is the why of the Boko Haram. This is the why of their terrorists. This is why they are fighting everything education. And this is why when you get to that zoo, you see them all riding machines, doing all sorts of things, carrying AK-47, AK-49. It is nothing to them. Killing is nothing to them. They have no respect for human life. They have no respect for cultures and values. They are simply, drugs. As they take the drug they are given, and the washing of the brain, they do whatever. They do whatever without realizing even what they are doing. Be they police, be they army, be they civil, be they catoriaras, be they politicians. People like the dwarf of Kaduna, people like Chetima, all of them, their interest is hijacking the wealth of that place where they are. Their interest is dipping their Quran in the sea of the pig, that Greek pig, whom they have converted, whom they have bought over to come and fight his own people, his own blood. He is no longer an Igbo. The Greek pig is now a Fulani, a member of the Fulani Caliphate. The chief security of Fulanis. And this is why he's like what do you call him? Oba?
Ifeanyi Oba.
Who's on him? What do you call him?
William Soludo.
Who is this new one? This one.
Soludo.
The one of Enugu State.
Oluwole. Forge Mba. Oluwole means forge.
Yes. Oluwole. All of them claim to be educated, but they are only working on forgery. They are only criminals. They are only bought over by the Fulani. They are their masters and their gods. This is why even Yoruba can sign to destroy his people. To destroy. To kill and to destroy the business of his people. Because he wants power. Because he wants to be relevant. Not knowing that Gamba, Mbeya Guru, Etwane Dike. Ifan Yoba, Oluwolemba, Soludo, Hope Usadimba, who are you, all of you? You can never, no matter how rich you think you are, you can never rank Mazin Namdekano. You are your mate. You are reference. You are not known anywhere in the world. You are not known anywhere in the world. You are reference. You are nobodies. Wealth does not make you. You have no history. You have no place. You can only gather vultures. You can only gather to do evil, to plan evil. You have nothing good in you. The interest of your people is not in you. And so I sympathize with all of them that are to you. If I go back, you had the guts to go and sign a paper to come and stop you sit at home. And you had to defeat the young men at home by giving them a motorcycle. Yet you are talking of insecurity. You are talking of insecurity. And you are causing insecurity. You are the chief insecurity. All of you, the bishops, all of you, the so-called politicians. This is who you are. That's it. What you call yourself is what you are answering. You have called yourself very stupid people. You have called yourself foolish men. You have called yourself betrayer, traitor. That's your name. And those names will swallow you. Those names will swallow you. Those boys you have hired will destroy you. Sit at home will continue. We will continue on our seat of home because it is our legal right. It is our legal right to choose how we are going to affront our case. We need our freedom. You can continue to be slaves. If you buy, you can continue to be a slave. It doesn't matter how rich you are. You can continue to be a slave. You can continue to be a slave. You can continue to be a slave. You that claim to be the Igbo elites, you are fools. That is what you call yourself. You are idiot. If you do not want freedom, slavery will not leave your doors. You shall be slaves forever. Your children will be slaves forever. Your children will be slaves forever. Your generations unborn will be slaves forever. Because this is what you have bargained for. And for us, we are going. We are free. Nnamdi Kanu is free. Simon Ekpa is free. And all of us in this circle, we are free. Biafra will come in the door, whether you like it or not. You cannot stop it. Oluwolemba, you cannot stop it. Neither can you stop it, Soludo. Neither you. Who is that name?
Devil Mahi.
Neither you, the Abia State one. All of you, because I want to call you by your names. Let you say I didn't call you. All of you, the evil, so-called Elvis and Ohanese, which you made yourself. Of course, we have voted you out. No more confidence. It is only those who are for their belly who come to take the money from you. But as for Biafrans, we are. You are nobody to us. You are completely cows and cows. Slaves. So do not put your rod on our ways, because we will destroy you. As many of you that have ganged up, Carol White, all these ones that have ganged up to send these people to Finland for protest, you are failures. And your death will make no noise. Because you will die the death of Nnamdi Kanu. You will die the death of Biafra. Biafra will come. Biafra is alive. Nnamdi Kanu is alive. You are the dead one. And you will die. Simon Ekpa is alive. And all true fighters of freedom, all true fighters of Biafran restoration, all true fighters of the restoration of Nnamdi Kanu, they are alive. And nothing whatsoever will stop us from getting Biafra and from celebrating and from worshiping like our leader said. We will dance like David danced in the streets of Biafra. And when people see us, they will say we are drunk, but we are not drunk. We are only drunk with freedom. We will only be drunk with freedom, with liberty, with the joy of the Lord. And we shall rank with every other youthful nation in this world. We will rank with every other nations in this world. We will rank with them. And Africa will be liberated eventually. So no matter what you do, colonialists, no matter what you do, Britain, no matter how you fight, you that have exited the European Union and want to keep us in one zoo, God will destroy you like our leader said. God will tear you to pieces. Do not think it will not come to pass. It will soon come to pass. And Islam will overtake you. If you want it, it will come to you. But it will not come to us. United Kingdom, Fulani will overtake you. You think it's a joke? Muslim will overtake you. You think it's a joke? Go ahead and play your diplomacy. Go ahead and support them. Go ahead and throw your weight on them. You came to Igbo land to be dressed with Ishaga and to mock us. Of course, you did not mock Biafra. You mocked those who gave it to you. The thieves and the roads, the ritualists, the corrupt men who call themselves Ohaneze and Ezoro in Igbo land, who are selling all that belongs to us and thinking they will be relevant. Unfortunately, you are not relevant and you cannot be relevant. You have brought doom to yourselves. You have brought catastrophes to yourselves. Your generations unborn. As many of you as are into this gang of vulture, you will pay dearly for it. Thank you very much and God bless you.
God bless you, really good veteran. God bless you, really good.
All dear friends, let's speak in the language the land understand. Definitely that I don't speak it perfectly, but I will try all my possible best to tell the things exactly what we are here for. Na Sayan Tota Eta Oleme Somala set. Na Oleme Sada La Somesa. This we are Biafrans, we are fighting for our freedom. In the name of Chukwuemeka, we must conquer. We are Biafrans, fighting for our freedom. In the name of Chukwuemeka, we must conquer. We are Biafrans, Nigerians. We are Biafrans, we are not Nigerians. Oh God, help us, we are not Nigerians. We are Biafrans, 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 we are not Nigerians. So, you're welcome. What's your name again, please?
My name is Yari.
Yari, how old are you?
60 plus.
60 plus. Okay, are you a Finnish citizen?
Yes, of course.
You live here in Lati.
Yes, I have been living here all my life.
In Lati, what do you know about Biafra?
It's a part of Nigeria.
Okay.
I think you have oil.
Yeah, that's true. And that is the reason for the war against the Biafran people.
Yeah, when I was a child, my mother said, you have to eat your plate totally because children in Biafra, they are starving.
You see, so you have to eat because there are children who are starving, and these children are Biafran children.
Yes.
So it gave you a sense of what it means, you know, having children in difficulty.
And then I have read some books about the conflict in Biafra.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of what they, but I think it's quite famous.
Okay. Yeah. So do you have any? Do you know some Biafrans living here in Lanti?
Yes, I know Simon Ekpa.
Ah, you know him.
Yes.
So what do you know about him?
He's a local politician, and I have read in newspapers that he thinks he's some kind of leader of Biafra people.
Okay, that he's a leader of Biafra people.
Yeah.
Well, have you met him one-on-one?
I have met because we are living in the same house.
Oh, you live in the same house with Simon Ekpa?
The same building, yes.
You live in the same building.
Yeah.
So what is his life like as a Biafran? What do you...
I think his life outside his apartment is like other Finnish people. He has a child and he goes to work, and he has always very nice clothes.
Okay, he's always dressing up very well.
Yes, and Western style.
Oh, always dressing in Western style. And that's all you know about him.
Yes, yes. And I know his former wife is Finnish.
The former wife is a Finnish. And you know him as a Biafran leader or as a Biafran, just an ordinary Biafran?
What I have read in newspapers, it says he says that he's leader of something movement in Biafra.
Okay.
Some kind of leader of war.
Of a war? No, that he's a warlord.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know it's quite funny because a lot of people, you know, have a wrong impression about him.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people who have also gone through difficulties as a result of his actions back in Biafra land. A lot of people have died as a result of his actions, as a matter of fact.
That sounds very bad.
That's very bad, actually. You know, but has he ever told you?
No, we haven't discussed about Biafra.
Okay, he has never told
only things here in London.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't want to go much deep into your privacy, you know. But I believe that we are here today to pass the message about Biafra to Finnish people, because we know there are a lot of people, Finnish people do not know much about Biafra.
I have been once in Nigeria, but only in Lagos, so I hadn't any time to visit Biafra.
Okay. So when do you think you'll be visiting Biafra? I don't think, because your age now, with your age.
I think in next January I have a plan to visit Ivory Coast.
Okay.
To see the African Nations Cup.
Okay.
And I hope to see Nigerian national team.
Okay. So, what message do you have for Biafran people?
I hope there will be no more war, no violence. But if you want to get independence, it's better to take negotiations.
But for the fact that you have somebody like your neighbor Simon Ekpa, who have decided to take the path of violence,
I don't believe in violence.
What advice do you have for Simon Ekpa?
Maybe next time I will see him and discuss about this team.
Okay.
Violence is, I think it's the last
Option.
last option. Yes.
I want to say thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. So the next time you see Simon Ekpa, you have to tell him to stop being violent.
Yes.
And the worst part of it is that his violence is towards the Biafran people.
Okay.
You know, which is very unfortunate. The people that needed to be protected, you know, the Biafran people needed to be protected and not to be killed. But unfortunately, he has taken arms, you know, against the Biafran people, which is quite unfortunate.
May I take a photo of you?
Okay, thank you very much. So,
Yeah. Mama Patricia. Yes, I'm loving this, your background. There is an upgrade in the background, and most especially
no, I've been having a problem with my gadget, so I had to take my daughter's phone now. I don't know how long it will last, so we have to hurry up.
Okay. So now this is about the protest of the IPOB Political Solutionists under the leadership of the supposedly the DOS. So against Simon Ekpa led faction of IPOB, the Simon Ekpa led sector of IPOB. I think sector should be the better word. And it is all about this sit-at-home of issue. And you heard about the interview. That interview was granted to Simon Ekpa's neighbor. That Finnish man is a neighbor to Simon Ekpa, a man living in the same building with him, as you heard him said. And from the interview, he was asked about Simon Ekpa taking the part of violence, violence to solving the problem. But the man intelligently said that violence may be the last option. So what I come to grab there is that violence also can be optional to solving a problem. And it can be a last option when all the rest of the options have been applied and the oppressor refused to do the needful. But there is no conclusion that Simon Ekpa is responsible for the violence, in the sense that there have been no confirmed evidence. Everything remains allegation. Both those accusing Simon Ekpa, they are also suspects to the violence, because nobody have gotten concrete evidence to nail him down, to nail his faction of IPOB down. So, Mama Patricia, what do you have to say regarding this? Is this protest so effective? What change do you think this can bring? Or what is the setback of this protest? Because if it does not move us forward, it must definitely set us back. Is there any wisdom in this protest?
There is nothing in this protest. Mama Patricia, go ahead.
And don't forget the essence of the sit-at-home is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's seizure in the DSS dungeon. What are the protesters doing? Have they released Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, or should this protest release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Take the microphone.
Thank you. Well, it's just laughable, and it's also a joy. It makes me joyful to see that these efulefus each day they review who they are, their true color, and people are seeing it. I mean, true Biafrans are seeing who they really are. If there are any still Biafrans who are still in doubt, who sold Mazi, who sabotaged Mazi, and made sure that the zoological terrorists of government in Nigeria had to rendition him and put him in where he is today. Those few that are still in doubt can now visibly see those who sold Mazi. In fact, while my phone was giving me a problem, I was going through some things, informations here, and it happened that China Samoru, in his maybe broadcast with his Efulefus group, said that we cannot get Biafra if we don't work with the politicians in Nigeria. When Mazi said we have crossed the Rubicon, when Mazi said there is no more dialogue with these demons, when Mazi said that Biafran should get ready because we have to get our land, when Mazi said give me arms, because what the Nigeria terrorists want is not begging and petting. They want to the force that matches their own. That's why Mazi said there is a way in the madness of our own. Now these Efulefus went all the way opposite of what Mazi has preached and is preaching and will preach. That everyone, nothing will stop Biafra from coming up. If you know what you do to let Biafra be free, do it. And that there's no one born that will stop this freedom of Biafra. Now, where comes these people that are saying Simon is going violent, Simon is doing this? Okay, if Simon, let's just take it that is going violent. The people that are coming to us with violence, with killing, with maiming, with destruction of life, property, even everything about us, are they in peaceful approach? Which method are they using? Your enemy is coming to your doorpost, raping your mother in your front, killing and cursing all men. So what do? You start clapping like that Fulani bishop of Ifanyuba, telling us that he wants Nigeria. When we are talking about Biafra, this man is telling us he wants Nigeria. That shows you those that Fulanis raped their mother during the 1967 or so. And their children were scattered out, brooded, and then brought back as the politicians in Biafra land, as the senators in Biafra land, as the chiefs and ezes in Biafra land, those that have sold their soul, those that are keeping making themselves guides for the infidels, guiding the petroleum for the infidels. These are the children. These are the children. Nothing to be said about them. No more doubt for those who are still in doubt. When Mazi was speaking, if it's not that Chukwu Okike Semia won't talk to you people anymore, whom is he talking to? You think he was talking to the Biafrans on the floor in Biafra land listening? Or to us that normally watching when he's on board? He's talking with this China Sanworu, the DOS, and all the people that were so close to him that sold him. Now, to tell you that they have further exposed that they are really Afonja children. This decade that was interviewing the man, I know him. They made him one of the leaders, or whether media, whatever, in IPOB in Italy. This man never paid the dime. In fact, I always come on his broadcast when he's coming on the platform to talk rubbish, to enhance some business and all that. He even interviewed Innocent sometime. That I called Innocent. I said, what are you doing with that saboteur? And I kept writing in his platform. I said, what are you talking there when you have not paid a dime for the freedom of the Biafra? He reported me to the DOS, and the National called me once and said, leave him, don't attack him. He promised to pay. This is the one that we're fighting Biafra freedom with, that cannot even give a dime for the arms that we need to defend ourselves. Is he the one that is coming to tell us that Simon is going violent? And the people going violent, what are they doing about it? These are Fulani breeds. The DOS and these people that went to Finland, they are the real zoological terrorists in our midst. And we have to go that violent to get them all out of the way. Cut them all off. They don't want being called people among us. There's no pardon for these people. Their leader is in dungeon, not doing anything. And they are stopping every purposeful means to get him out. Because of money. Because of money. Imagine what Chinasa said. Contrary from what Mazi said. When Mazi said we have no more discussion with these people, Chinasa said we cannot get Biafra unless we work with the politicians in this. Did Mazi tell us that we have any discussion with these people anymore?
No.
So what are we talking about? They are the real saboteurs, terrorists with the Nigeria terrorists working against Biafra. These people, anybody following these people is a born devil's child. We are the real Biafran IPOB that Mazi set up. Anybody that is still doubting what Simon is doing and will be doing, that person is a devil's child. Biafrans, open your ears and eyes wide. Queue in line, because the devil cannot hide it anymore. This is their last fight to stop what is happening. And it will never go well with them. They have hit the block. The rock, they have hit it. Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Very, very wonderful. Very wonderfully. Veteran, one of the essences of the protest is that the Finnish government should help them, the protesters should help the IPOB political solutionists to stop Simon Ekpa's activities. And by that should be by the Finnish government warning Simon Ekpa, who is their citizen, by documentation, to stop, and that he is responsible for the violence, illegitimate violence. But there is no evidence for that. There is no evidence that Simon Ekpa is responsible for illegitimate violence as they accuse him. Then, however, do you think that the Finnish government is that uncivilized that they should just arrest Simon Ekpa or maybe stop him automatically without verifying the causes, the real sources, or without finding out whether Simon Ekpa is doing the right thing or the wrong thing before they will begin to know how to follow him? Because in Nigerian system, they stand and oppress and stop whoever they wish to stop. It is not about who is right and who is wrong. But I believe the Finnish government is not the same as Nigerian government. Also, veteran, what if in the end it is discovered that Simon Ekpa had been right all along? Do you think the protest will make any meaning? Do you think the protest will make any meaning? Then perhaps in the end it is discovered that Simon Ekpa has been wrong. Then what should be the fate of all of us concerning this situation? Veteran, over to you.
Please exclude me from any doubt.
Okay.
I'm not a party to doubt.
Okay.
We are fighting the cause of freedom. And we know that our leader already said it, that somebody more powerful than he is will emerge. If it is Simon Ekpa, so let it be. And we know by our studies that actions and reactions are equal and opposite. We cannot stand and watch our enemies decimate us, and we continue to claim we are peaceful, we are peaceful, we are peaceful. If Mazi, Simon Ekpa, and the IPOB, because the idiots, the fools that organized the Finland shenanigans, they are not members of IPOB. They are no longer IPOB, and we cannot see them as such. They are fools. They are selfish. They are corrupt human beings. They are hypocrites. You can hear them go there and sing Nnamdi Kanu is another savior when they are contrary, completely contrary to what Nnamdi Kanu stands for. All the principles, all the machineries laid down by Nnamdi Kanu, they have overturned them. And yet, they have gone to a country to convince them that Simon Ekpa is violent. If Simon Ekpa is violent, let it be so. Because we need that violence. Even in the scriptures, it is said that with the violence, you get what belongs to you. You don't just keep quiet. You don't just fold your hands. The Latin expression I have used it so many times. If you want peace, prepare for war. Because if your opponent knows that you know what he knows, he will come for peace. But if they continue to kill you and to use violence, and you say, hey, I beg, not to kill me. Remember what our leader said. One politician asked him, why are you always crying? Hey, they have killed us. They have killed us. Why can't you do something? Don't you know what to do? What was that man advising him of? And our leader said, if you kill us, we kill you. He did not hide his feelings. And who are these people talking about violence? Violence where? Even if there is, let it be. Yeah, you are talking about, you now work with the politicians. It is the politicians that will give you Biafra. Nara, mad people everywhere. Idiots, crooks, slavish fools. Oh, poor Nnamdi Kanu. Poor Nnamdi Kanu. You little did you know that you brought miserable, corrupt idiots around you. Little did you know. And in the clip I heard, you called this idiot by name. Inasaworu, have they done this? Little did you know that he's a chameleon.
A snake.
He's a vulture. He's an irredeemable fool. He is for his belly. Politicians will bring you Biafra. Politicians, Chinasaworu, And you claim Nnamdi Kanu is your leader. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. And Nnamdi Kanu told you, we have nothing to do with these people. They, the Ohaneses, the so-called governors, and all of them who have not thrown their weight on this liberation cause. We have nothing to do with them. They are idiots.
Yes.
They are irredeemable fools. And you are now telling us, you, Gina Sanworu, a vagabond like you. You are a complete vagabond. A complete criminal. That's who you are. Biafrans, are you seeing the people you are listening to? Have you seen them parade themselves in foolishness? Parade themselves in stupidity? Parade themselves in shame? What picture have they gone to paint in Finland? They claim to be fighting for Biafra. What picture have they gone to paint? To go and interview a man about Simon Ekpa. Oh, idiots. Oh, ye idiots. Oh, ye fools. I wish I can see any of you and tear you to pieces. Because you are not worth anything. You are worth only death. You are the same with the Greek pig. That is the same thing. They have given you money. They gave you money to sell your brothers. They gave you money to sell your sisters, to sell your land. Are you not ashamed? How long does money last? What are you going to do? Sell you or liwe. Ya waru uzo.
Enyi. Maka enyi wa na-eri mma.
Enyi wiri ya afọ bang, afọ tongu ga. Betu uzo. Igawa.
Mana ụzọ wagawa ya echi.
You cannot. You cannot finish the road because it is full of goodies. You go for cheap popularity. You go for miserable people. That's who you are. You are really miserable indeed. You are really miserable indeed. You want to be relevant. So go and tell your kindreds and villages that you went abroad. Are you not ashamed? Because of the envelope given to you, you have arrived. China Sanworu, you have arrived. Chike Doziem, you have arrived. Abanyim, you have arrived. The so-called, what you call him in South Africa, you have arrived. Carol White, you have arrived. You have all arrived. Thieves and criminals like you. Yes, you have made all the money in this world. You have made the fame. You are now friends to Fulanis. You are now friends to Nnamdi Kanu have brought you to a limelight. Hey, you are now. China Sanworu, Chike Doziem, China Sanworu, Chike Doziem. Oga arụrụ na mma. Oga arụrụ na mma na nkwọ. Oga arụrụ na mma na orie. Oga arụrụ na mma na afọ.
Their generations as well.
Your generation. And all who support you will be swallowed.
Amen.
Will be swallowed.
He said,
and our heroes gone. Our children, the millions of us, soldiers, men and women, who died for the cause of Biafra. will never allow you to rest. You will look for sleep and you will not see sleep. You will look for peace and you will not see peace. You will look for the enjoyment of this ill-gotten money, this corrupt money you are gathering right and left, and you will not be able to enjoy it. Medicine shall not finish in your homes. Sickness will not finish in your life, in your family. You will not live to see good things. Don't think that money is all. You are all wretched people. I told you before. If I knew back, all you governors of the East, including Wike, all you politicians, all you execs, all you priests and pastors and bishops who are against this mission, God will destroy all of you. As many of you are, that are still fighting this mission, which Simon Ekpa is piloting now, in the name of our great leader, our great hero, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and all Biafra heroes are behind him. The spirit of the Most High God is in him. And we will get Biafra to your shame, to your disgrace, because the politicians cannot do anything. Don't think we need them. And on this note, I am also calling on Biafras wherever you are to please join in Trump's campaign. Trump is going to come back to America, to the US, to which away this criminal that is there. Biden, Joe Biden is a criminal. He's a corrupt man. Since he has come to fuel what is happening in the Jew, he has come to endorse the illegitimate president. Yeah, you can see. You are a good friend to Obama. Of course, you are in the same wagon.
Yeah.
Corrupt man, corrupt idiot. Yeah, because you came to the throne illegitimately, and you go about Africa to share with illegitimate leaders, and to come and sow this discord in Africa. The devil will kill you. Trump is coming back because we know that God has sent him and will bring him back to complete the mission he has given him. Therefore, I call you once again, be angry, because our enemies are all over the place, right, left, and the center, and they are in our midst. Those who call themselves IPOB, who are no longer IPOB. We have only one family. We have only one family, IPOB family. It's not autopilot. We are the true IPOBs, whom they nicknamed autopilot. But if they want that name, so be it. But autopilot is the true IPOB, working under Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. The DOS is defunct. The members of the DOS is defunct. They have failed and will continue to fail.
Yes.
They are fake and false. They have nothing to offer. And we have written them off a long time. Better stop what you are doing. You are no longer with IPOB. You fools, you idiots, you criminals. Do not be confusing our people. Biafrans, queue up with Simon Ekpa and the rest of us that are truly fighting for the liberation of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, and the restoration of Biafra. If leader Dome will give us our need, so be it. Do not relent. Do not be tired. Continue to do it until we get to our destination. Thank you very much, and God bless all of you.
God bless you, really good. Patricia, your memory verse of the day. Just go straight ahead.
Acts of Apostles 4:11-12. Just that. Acts of Apostles 4 verses 11 and 12.
No. Yeah, I'm coming. Acts of Apostles chapter 4.
11 and
verse
12.
11 and 12. This Jesus is the stone which was despised and rejected by you, the builders, but which has become the head of the cornerstone. And there is salvation in and through no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given among men by and in which we must be saved.
Okay, thank you, Collins.
God bless you, really.
We have come to the end of today's today's Sunday school, where we preach what has been handed down to us by our leader, the prophet of God, who is whiter than white and whiter than snow, because he has got the truth in him. He has got love. He has got what it takes to set black men free. And when you know this truth that he has brought, you'll be as free as him. And you'll be like lion that is the king of all beasts on earth. That's why we are here, still proclaiming this same truth that nothing can defeat. It doesn't matter how hell let loose, like it's letting loose now. They cannot stop the purpose of God. They cannot topple truth. And here today's memory verse in our Sunday school, as we have had our brother read in the Living Word. In King James, it says, "This is the stone which was set at naught of you builders, which is become the head of the corner. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved." This is the true picture of what we are here in this time in Biafra history going through or have to know. Apart from the spiritual aspect, because we know that what we are doing is both spiritual and physical. Every existence of this life has its part spiritually and has also physical. And Master have often told us that what we are doing is a spiritual thing. And being so spiritual, being that it came from God, the restoration of Biafra is from God's mind, which he has transmitted to Mazi after many years of hopes that almost have died. God brought Mazi to tell us this truth, to let us know that Biafra is the only solution. Biafra means peace. Biafra means freedom, life, prosperity. As far as you are in this life, And as far as you're preparing to go to heaven, you need your freedom. You need truth. Because no evil man, no wicked man, no corrupt man, no manslayer, no murderer will go to heaven. For you to be in heaven, you have to be a changed man. You have to know what it means to keep justice, judgment, equity, and righteousness. And that you can find it in the kingdom that Mazi came to build on earth, the kingdom of God, to establish it on earth, according to the prayer of Jesus, which we have had Mazi pray often. Let your kingdom come, and let your will be done on earth as it is done in heaven. And that is what we are preaching here. Biafra is the only solution, 1, to the black race, 2, to Africa, 3, to the confusion of the British terrorist government that they set up in Nigeria, which Biafra has had enough and want to quit as Britain exit themselves from Europe. There is no law against this. Self-determination or self-defense has no law against it. Today we had that Abba Kayare, upon all the wickedness that he did, wicked deeds, activities, killing and all that in Biafra land, in other parts, he has been released. Demons have been released, but the righteous one is in prison. And upon that, the Kulobia priest of Fulani, with Ifeanyi and the rest of them, after they have duped and looted, like all of them corrupt to the stakeholders in that zoological, which has been planted to make sure the life of the common man is not bettered. That was why Mazi came and put his life in the stake to protect me. And today, the Kulobia Fulani priest with Ifeanyi and the Chinas and the rest of them in DOS and the ones that they sent in Finland left what they should do if they had sense, but because they are irredeemable, they want to fight against what God has established. Who has ever kicked the bricks and his foot is not broken in pieces? Who has even the rock fallen on and you still pick anything out of it? It will make it like a powder. So what I'm telling you, Biafra, what we should know, the more these things are coming out, because nothing hidden anymore will be, no secret will be hidden anymore. All of them, God is exposing them. The fire is pushing them out. This is their last bait. If yesterday, today, Abba Kayare is released, have you asked yourself, why is your brother, your liberator, is in the jail up till now? And the only means to make sure that he's out, the civil disobedience. Chinas and Woro and the politicians and governors are fighting against it to stop it. They have gotten their money, ill-fated money, and have gone to Finland to go and dance around. They are the people that stopped protest and said no more protest. Are they not confused, devilish, demonic people? They stop protest, now they want to go and scam again about protest. Upon those people that are doing this thing are the real criminals. That's why the Nigeria breeds criminals, and look at their fruits, how it goes. No wonder Mazi said nothing can be done again with Biafra and Nigeria. Nothing can be done again for that Nigeria, the British child, to continue again. It has gone. Gone like the dead Buhari 2017. And now the demons are on seat, parading everywhere, thinking that they will stop what God has initiated. Nobody can stop what God has initiated. If they like, let them, do their muzzles. Biafra is coming. Biafra is coming. Biafra is coming, Chinasa, and we cannot come with your connection with the zoo. All of you will be swallowed. You and your generation, all of you that went to Finland with the money they gave you. Some of them are even calling on the phone. Some of them that they gave money called on the phone and said, I took the money they gave to me, I ate it, but then I am not with what they are doing because I know what they are doing is evil. Today, after they have failed in their Finland parade, Chinasana is saying we cannot get Biafra unless we work with the politicians. Yet their leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, said we have nothing to discuss with politicians and politics cannot get us Biafra. So what are you people waiting again, Biafrans? To know those who are your Judases, to know those who are your real enemy. In fact, Mazi said it. Anybody coming to tell you anything about Nigeria, even the mention of it, know that that person is your worst enemy. We have now seen those who, every day it's made more clear who sabotaged, treat us, sold Mazi, and made sure that the zoological terrorists renditioned him to the zoo, even when he has been told to come out. These same people, Chinas and Co., because they don't want their deeds to be revealed, they are still making him to be there, so that as the day goes, their deeds, they think they will cover it. It will not be covered. But they are still taking the money that they will not eat because Judas didn't eat his own. They will all vomit it in their stomach. It will burst headlong, them and their generation. So what I'm telling us Biafrans today is that there is no other name given among men whereby we shall be saved. There is no other solution to your peace and life and freedom and to live as a human being if it's not the freedom and restoration of Biafra, which was sent by God through the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and now the Speaker and Prime Minister of Biafra in exile, Simon Ekpa. It doesn't matter how you fight against it. God has taken in charge and is using him to hit the zoo where it will get them really hot, and they'll give out Biafra that they are holding because they are demons. These people fighting against sit at home, other nations did it. Britain, America, India, everyone did it. So what are they talking about? Biafrans, when you are asked to sit at home, even a more tight one is coming. You are sitting at home will tell these demons that you are not under their control. How can you live what is right and take admonition or command from Fulanis? Because these people are Fulanis. They are working together. Fulanis are coming to tell you, they are the ones killing you, and they are the ones telling you that you should enjoy your killing and crying and suffering. When in their own northern state, they have Sharia law going, they have other things going. In your own, they also want to tell you not to cry when they beat you. My people, Biafrans, let us for once shine our eyes and open our ears and ask God to make our understanding clear so that you know that it's time for you to take your arms and fight and defend yourself. Thank you. Until next week, we'll come back again to begin from where we are ending it today. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is our solution to every problem. Biafra is peace. That will be gotten through war. We are ready. Because if you don't show your enemies, like it is written in the Bible, the kingdom of God suffered violence, and the violence taken it by force. So I don't know what this Iken went there. Buffoon, morons, they exposed themselves further. And we are happy about that, to know those who really are our enemies. We are recording their names, and them and their generation will see. Thank you, Biafra. God bless you.
God bless you, really good. God bless you, really good. May we together well.
Sorry, one thing. Who told them that that Finland does not know Simon Ekpa? Who told them that they will change their mind?
In veteran, you have made the politician, the man, Simon Ekpa's neighbor, when he was asked, he said Simon Ekpa is a local politician in Finland. And which means there is atom of truth to what Simon Ekpa had been claiming about his political interest in the Finland. The man said he knows him as a local politician in Finland. So, Ofoji Fofala, may we wave bye to Biafrans